This is the Ebikes.Ca 2807. The kit goes for about 190. It's on sale. I originally had this motor on my other bike, and what happened is I put a used controller on it, which I could show you. It should be this small one here, because I didn't want to draw too many amps. And the issue I had was I went to turn it on one time and it wouldn't turn. And then I thought maybe it was something to do with the wiring. I parked the bike, and the next day it was working again. So I figured, okay, it must have been just a loose wire or something. And when I went to start to take off, one of the phases blew on the controller and the motor shorted. And when it did that, it didn't spin out at the bottom of the forks, but what it did is it just basically the bottom crown or dropouts, it just snapped them clean off, and the wheel just fell off. Well, I kind of spun and took off, so I had to redo the wiring. As you can see, this is not the original wire. I had to rewire it, and all the holes were blown, so it's not new anymore. But it does have I use it as a standard 48 volts, and it's great. It's got lots of torque. It pulls pretty fast. The windings on the motor are, let's see here, 9x7. So it's 9.7 turns per pole, I guess. That's how it goes. Guessing. But I originally had a disc brake on it on my other bike, but since I killed my forks, the bike's been parked. This one here was given to me, well, actually for 20 bucks, which is not a bad deal. It came out in 1990, but it works. It's light. I use it with a backpack, which is back here. So you can see my backpack battery. This is from my other bike, which I still have to put on it. I would like to put the digital readout on it so I can see what I'm using. But this bike is pretty much, it's being refurbished at the moment. It's got a few scratches up here from Buddy riding around with a chain, which is too bad because the frame's very nice. And from what reading I have done on these Giants, these bikes can take quite a beating and not fail. So it's got all its original group on it and everything else. The only problem is the one shifter snapped off, which is not a big deal. Other than that, the bike's fully functional. The original group is on there. So yeah, it's been a good motor for the price. Would I buy another front hub motor? I don't know. It still makes me a little leery about having a spin out. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to manufacture a washer or a plate that'll go in here and then bolt to here on both sides, just to be sure. Like, I wouldn't mind if this cracked or broke, but I don't want the wheel leaving the bike, because last time I did it, as soon as I gave it, like I said, I gave it throttle, and the controller blew, and both of these dropouts here, on the front dropouts on each side, shot off, and then the wheel just basically rolled right off the bike. If I had been on the road when it did that, I would have been pretty messed up. I could show you the bike, but good. This is the original forks that I used, one of my original build from last year. As you can see, they're snapped clean off. The wheel just basically rode right out of it. It's just too bad. So I'm gonna have to get another set of forks for those. Oh well, we get.